Good evening, everyone. Welcome to this wonderful evening. And today we are back with a series of GMEC and MESC. Yes, Media and Entertainment Skills Council welcomes you all to this Creative Warrior online workshop powered by Vidyadhan in association with Global Media Education Council. And today is a wonderful day, wonderful evening, as we are going to learn something new, learn something amazing about a new technology, I'd say, which has come in the field of media, which is mobile journalism, emergence of the new form of journalism. And that's by none other than Professor Rajib Nandy. He's assistant professor at Department of Communication and Journalism, University of Chittagong. He was a former lecturer at Department of Communication and Journalism at University of Chittagong and the Daily Samkal. He's worked with the Daily Samakal and former staff reporter at the Daily Jagaran. So a lot to learn from Professor Nandi today, because mobile phone journalism, it's completely a new technology. And for me, as a layman, I have not heard of mobile journalism. So, Professor Nandi, I would like to know, what is mobile journalism? So you're on mute.
Good evening. Thank you very much for inviting me. Thanks, GMEC and Pujarara, for inviting me such a great lecture or webinar. Actually, the mobile journalism is a new phenomena in our media industry and media academy, because the responsibility of journalists are now not limited to print only, radio or television. Together, they have to work on creating a multimedia story for the website and combining image, audio, and video also. Journalism is becoming more and more multimedia dependent in disseminating information also. And social media and mobile device are two such innovations in information and communication technology in our era, which have changed the entire journalism. So the question is, it is a new form of journalism. So we can say that mobile and social media are two sides of the same coin. If we look at the beginning, the first iPhone came in 2007, and the social media Twitter came in 2006. And it can be said that this is the two technologies are separating influences in journalism in a very short period. So by mobile phone or a mobility based journalism is called the mobile journalism.
Okay, great. So to have your lecture and learn more about it, I'll be staying at the back end. We'll
Yeah.
be learning from you. Yes.
Okay.
Over to you, sir.
Thank you. Okay. I would like to share my presentation in PDF format by the PowerPoint.
Yes, you have the rights to share.
Okay.
Thank you.
So the digital technology in the time of multimedia journalism, Mojo the next. So why we 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 mention is the next of our journalism era, because in the word of multimedia there is the hidden word of time, and the journalism is a hidden word of hour. So this is our time to take the challenge to create a new innovation by mobile phone or any mobile devices. This is Rajib Nandi. I am presenting my session. Absolutely, I am grateful to three of my students, Mohammad Zawad Hussain, Mohammad Naimuddin, and Abul Hasnat, who are cooperating with me lots of time. After pandemic, we are searching the lots of new thoughts and the new activities by mobile phone, and they are Mojo activists from Chittagong. They are especially my master's outgoing student, and I am grateful to them. So, what is Mojo? According to Yusuf Omar, former senior reporter of social media of CNN, if someone take device or capture picture and edit it with an easy to carry digital device, and publishing it in the form of news, that is called the mobile journalism or Mojo. So we can mention it the journalism on the go, because the mobile journalism is a trend in news covering and broadcasting and has the potential to become the new standard of journalism practice, especially to report the breaking news. Uh, what is the advantage of Mojo? Because it is only lower costs, it saves money, and the mobility, it can be quicker and can report first during the breaking news situations. And safety point, this is instead of big and heavy reporting equipment, allows them to be less noticeable and better able to blend in the push to cover. And it is also a 4K quality and live stream accessibility. Reaching the real-time audience is a key consideration of newsroom and makes the job efficient. One click and the newsroom has a full news story delivered by email or shared through the cloud. What's the workflow? The workflow is divided by the two separate things, the skills and the tools. So the skill is the news gathering, scripting, and shooting, editing, and publishing. This is the basic form of Mojo. In news gathering, in open resources, research history, verify data, and scripting, there's a make a storyboard, writing text or for footage. In the shooting, there's a capture skill shoots, videos, and good lighting and sound. And the editing tips is the edit image, edit the video, audio, and the add text, graphics, etc. And the publishing, the digital platform is like the Facebook, Insta, and Twitter, YouTube, television, and online platform also. How to find a story? How to find my Mojo story? It depends on the impact, proximity, timeliness, conflict, and audience. Without impact, there's a no proximity, and without proximity, timeliness, and without conflict, there is a no news in the journalism career. So audience is the main. What is a story should be? We think story should be solution based. Always story should be solution based. In this picture, you can see the problem, and after the report, we just bring out a solution passes for the audience. Storytelling on Facebook or Insta story. Interactive story catch your audience attention in 3 or 5 seconds. And Instagram stories are already full of built-in features to help you engage with your audience. And the duration is not more than 3 minutes. This is the basic fundamental uh, thoughts of the mobile journalism. And the vertical, both story by 1080 and 192. But the vertical, it has been the ratio is 9:60. So the vertical and what's the stability? Stability means the photo and video always carry the equipment that will allow you to take stable shots holding the camera with both hands, with your arms at your side, and control your settings, check the lock exposures, and keep the sitting in every shot. And that's a do not zoom. Use optical zoom and move smartphone closer to the subject. And of course, will be 4K shot. And always consider the light. The subject should be on the opposite direction and of the direct sunlight, natural sunlight, and LED lamp. Now I am also reflect by the LED lamp in front of my settings. Audio. There's the audio section. Don't block the smartphone microphone. Get close to the subject and try to record in the quiet place with the BGN and the plug-in external mic trial recording. And move little without any stabilizing add-on. Move slowly with the tripod or a handheld stick. And the mobile shooting is go anywhere, shoot close-ups of people's and surrounding shot in the short blocks, like as 20 or 60 seconds. Think about the ratio, square or vertical ratio, if it is going to be used in the on the social media platform. And the checklist of the getting started: enable airplane mode, switch on do not disturb mode for doing the live video, clean smartphone camera lens, fully charged battery plus spare battery, and free memory external storage device. Use headphones and external microphone. Lock the exposure, lock the focus, frame rate, and the trial shot. Mobile videography orientation is separated by two sides, the vertical and the landscape. If we shot the vertical and the report up to the vertical, if we shot the report by landscape, it would depend on the landscape for the whole report. The types of shots. There's eight basic shots of mobile journalism: the extreme long shot, and the long shot, and the medium long shot, and the medium shot, and the medium close shot, close up, big close up, and extreme close up. We need some tools to create the Mojo report, like as the tripod and the gorilla pod, monopod, mobile mount, selfie stick, gimbal, microphone, and the grip, power bank, memory or pen drive, video editor, photo editor, and the sound editor. The sound depends on the headphone or lavalier microphone, like is Boya, MI, Rode, Smart Lab, and the shooting microphones and the wireless microphones, uh, condenser, condenser, and the boom microphone, video mic, and the wireless go. The lighting is very much important in any mobile report. Mobile flashlight, Ulanzi, and Ulanzi LED light. But I always prefer the sunlight for the real footage of the Mojo report. And the editing apps for the Mojo, there is a lots of apps like is the Quick, KineMaster, Power Director, Action Director, Adobe Premiere Rush. In short, actually I prefer the KineMaster, and I am also in active with the KineMaster. And the photo editing, I mm, suggest Snapseed and PixArt. Lightroom is very much good, and PixLab also good for the photo editing. And for the sound editing, we can use the Rec4 2 and VG Voice Recorder Pro iOS. What is the publishing tips? Now it is time to publish the report. Send to the newsroom, maintain the quality, WhatsApp documents or Telegram, and use the secure medium, Dropbox, and send anywhere. Hacks and tips for the live. So this is the time of social media, and this is the hype of social mobile manually for any news industry. So what is the hacks and tips for the live? The suspense and the engagement, get out of the box, and timing, schedule, copyright, good internet, reintroduce the subject, add text, be prepared for the trolling, because some reporters would face to the troll in Facebook and social media. And be careful about the ethical issues, keep extra SIM and mobile. What is the challenges of the Mojo? The first, battery draining and network issue. So network and the technical side of the mobile phone, very much challenges for us. And there is an ethical point. What is the ethical point? There is the ethical point, the honesty in the minimization. So it is not possible to show or create the any report with the blood or any disaster, any harmful for the animal. So it will take the harm minimalization. So this ethical point should be strictly followed by the Mojo reporters. In my presentation, I have gathered the information by the mobile journalism from the Al Jazeera and the Mojo mobile journalism in the Asian region, the online journalism handbook, and the mobile journalism by Dr. Abdul Kabil Khan Jamil. So thank you very much for listening and watching my presentation in this webinar. Thank you for inviting me.
Thank you so much, sir. It's really wonderful to get a new terminology, Mojo, mobile journalism, a short form. It's really trendy as well, I would say. So now, as you have been talking about mobile journalism, how responsible do you think, or how much responsibility of a journalist increases when they have these
Sorry, I could
devices in
not
the
get
hand?
back you. Could you mind, please?
Uh, sure. Can you hear me now?
Yes, but little bit fade out your voice by networks, maybe.
Okay. Maybe the network
Yeah,
issues.
now it's okay.
Okay.
Now
So
it's okay.
what I was saying, how much responsibility increases for a journalist when they have this mojo in hand?
Yes, this is the very much vital question for any Mojo mobile journalist because the social media and the mobile devices are two such innovations in the information and communication technologies in now and which have changed the entire journalism. So this is the point of the responsibility. In such of any kinds of journalism, in any journalist, those have some responsibility, mobile journalists also. But one thing, what can I live? What can I broadcast? What can I shoot the footage in the public diplomacy or in the public porishor or any personal footage by the celebrity from the celebrity. So social media are two sides of the same coin. And if we say at the beginning of the journalism that there is a huge new media technology by clashing the old media technology, so now this is the time to clash the old media and the new media, I think.
Okay. At the same time, sir, I have one question. Nowadays, when people have mobile phones, even non-journalists are capturing pictures from the incidents happening in the surrounding areas and posting them on social media and on other, through other channels as well. So, do you think that's supporting the journalist?
No, no, absolutely no. Because if I have any DSLR, I am not a photographer. I am not a photojournalist. Is that the wedding photographers are not the photojournalists. Photojournalist, who is the photojournalist? Who take the pictures and create the news sense and publish for the public domain in the news system. So in mobile journalism, citizen journalist in mainstream journalism has increased significantly. And this is made possible by the social media and the mobile devices. So if we have any mobile phone, if I shoot, I am not a mobile journalist. It depends on my motto, my goal, and my sharing. And this is made by the social media. So if I create any social media blog, I can only a blogger, but not a mobile journalist. A mobile journalist he who has always create the story for the news, for the newsman, and for the public domain, and in the news system. So this is the point of the
Seems like some connectivity issues at Professor Nandy's side. But he's right. Everyone who's posting pictures are not the journalists, they are bloggers. And he's absolutely right that somebody who's giving the story along with the picture is a journalist. Hi, good evening, Amri sir.
Good evening.
So seems like some connectivity issues. He's back.
Yeah, yeah. He's there, back. Yeah.
After a long time.
Yeah. Yeah, please continue,
Sure.
Rajib. Yeah.
So, Professor Nandy, I have one more question now.
Yeah, sure.
Whereas there is a difference in a blogger and a journalist, how do create there's a thin line when we talk about ethics of a blogger or ethics of a journalist, because a blogger is just looking at something and posting it, whereas a journalist might have been even researching on it and checking the authenticity and then posting. So how do you draw that line? Saxena sir, would you like to answer this?
Uh, the line between blogger and a journalist. This is what you are asking.
Like how to
Yeah.
define that he's a blogger and a
See,
journalist?
in the period of this internet, it's very difficult to draw such kind of lines because if we look at conventionally the kind of journalism that the countries has been having, it was, I mean, there was a very clear-cut line between the journalist and those who receive the contents. What internet has done, internet has diminished that line, wherein the content consumers, the news consumers, they turn to be the creator of the content, creator of the news. So anybody who is creating a content in a limited sense become a journalist. The only difference remains that if you are not working in a structured format, meaning thereby there is a complete newsroom wherein somebody is doing the gatekeeping, endorsing the content, and then those contents are being produced. If that kind of system is not there, for instance, so obviously people who are working outside that
Yes,
spectrum,
now
they
I
cannot be
now
called
it's
the
okay.
journalist. Yeah. Yes, Dr. Rajiv.
Yes, sir. Oh, yes, you're right, sir.
Hmm.
During the COVID and even now, every consumer has started thinking like a creator.
Creating the content. So that is why there is a debate: who is a journalist, who is not. But going by the conventional definition, journalist is one who is creating the content in a professional manner. All those people who are creating content, but they are not professionally trained, professionally qualified. So obviously, such people cannot be called journalists in the strict sense of the term.
Okay, great.
Yeah, Dr. Rajiv.
I couldn't get back you. Could you mind please just again?
Yeah, I said that all those people who are creating content, but then who are not professionally trained
Yes,
journalists,
yes,
and who are not working in an organization wherein there's a system of gatekeeping and all. So
yes, of course.
they cannot be called journalists in the strict sense of the term, though they are creating content, but they are not actually the journalists.
Right. Got your point. So, at the same time, when we are talking about mobile journalism, although it was a new thing, but now
I'm
I could
extremely sorry. I'm facing some technical issues.
maybe some technical issues coming. We'd like to mention that Professor Rajib Nandy is here from Bangladesh, and
Yeah,
there might be some connectivity issue over there in
yeah.
the evening hours. It happens because this is the time when everybody is moving and they are on using their devices.
So, if I can tell you further, for the sake of the people who have little understanding of media, as this whole series is targeting to the students who are very fresh and who might be in the 11th or 12th standard, who might be aspiring to become journalists or taking up media related course. So, for them, this can be explained in detail. I think Dr. Rajiv is there, so he can take it forward. Yeah, Rajiv ji.
Yes, in several recent recruitment notice for the journalists, the media have mentioned the mobile news writing and the photo, video recording, and the editing skills for the newsmen. So who are the active in the with the news sense? We can call by the mobile journalist, but any social media activist is not mobile journalist. And as the qualifications of the applications in the such era of the web-based journalist, and the expectation is that a journalist can capture and the edit and deliver the photos and videos in online platform using only his mobile phone or easy to carry device. He would be a mobile journalist.
Great, sir. So, at the same time, when we talk about youngsters, aspirants of media profession, uh, and especially people who are still studying in 11th and 12th and watching this, and still considering mobile journalism might be one easy thing that they just need to understand the mobile phone features and they can report on anything. But there any critical points that everybody needs to ensure when they are doing some kind of a mobile journalism exercise for some, maybe some newspaper, some print media?
Yeah, of course. Also, some online agencies also, and the video agency, and some of in our country it is available for the mainstream, and it will merge the media engagement with the media with the social mobile media journalism, like this.
All right. uh, Professor Nandi, how do you think the cross border news goes from mobile journalism? It's a question
Uh,
from Siddharth.
Okay, so it is not any hard job because by the internet, it is easy to send the cross-border news, or in online base, we can publish the any news by the internet. So it is very much easy to carry device, and it is very much easy to published by the sites of here, because I am just staying in the Chittagong, but it is not any critical condition to publish the news to the Delhi, because it depends on our internet speeds. It will take 2 or 3 minutes to send the report and the publish and broadcasting.
What by this, what my understanding is, if sitting in India, a
Mhm.
student wish to report for some other country, it can be done.
Yes, yeah, of course. Of
Okay,
course,
great.
a mobile journalist has some equipments, and a mobile journalist should uh, uh, cover his report by his easy to carry device, like as the mobile phone or any DSLR or GoPro, just an easy to carry device. So this is not only mobile journalism. Mobile means the easy to carry device and mobility. From mobility to mobile journalism, not only mobile phone. The mobility is the main question of the reporting skills.
Okay, great. So it's the mobility and not just mobile phone. Uh,
Yes, yes.
so when you have mentioned that it's easy to do cross border reporting and everything, does that mean there are a lot of opportunities for students in the field of journalism?
Yeah, of course, is a lots of opportunity, because in our country we are practicing. We create the some assignment by the students and broadcast in mainstream media in our country. And I have broadcasted the 27 reports in now Bangladeshi mainstream media. In Iran movement, we just see the lots of mobile report from the Iran to everywhere in the world. So for the students is the lots of accessibility, because all of the students have the multimedia phone, iPhone, any OnePlus or Samsung Galaxy. There are lots of mobile phone in the easy to carry device on their hands. So if they have the uh, the media engagement or the media ethics, or they would like to engage with the media language, then they create the mobile report.
Thank you so much, sir. It's really wonderful to know, and getting the opportunities using just a mobile phone device, or I'll not say mobile phone, a mobile device, which can be a camera, which can be uh, an iPad, which can be a mobile phone. It's opening a lot of doors for aspirants to be a part of media and entertainment sector, especially in the form of
Yes,
journalism.
yes, because this is the new media technology for our journalism era.
In fact, if I can add here, mobile technology is not that any individual can use. It's beyond that, and there are many established news organizations, mainstream news organizations, which have opted for a mobile phone for the coverage of the news stories. And in this series in India, NDTV is the first such organization which moved for the coverage of the news events with the help of mobile. So there's a
Yes,
complete mobile kit which is prescribed, which is comparatively much cheaper as compared to big video cameras, and quality wise also this is better, and this cost cutting in any case happens, and that is how many organizations, not only NDTV, after that many other news organization television channels, they have gone for the coverage through the mobile phone by using the mobile phone kit.
yes,
I'm sure students must be taking it as a good news
Yeah.
because if I remember as a child of 10th, 11th standard, looking at those big cameras in the television used to be like, wow, this is a big thing. No. And it's hard to reach also because that's a big device.
yes,
Now getting things in your hand and no, it makes you comfortable in that role.
In fact, what has happened, I mean, because of this internet and mobile phones, the newsroom setup of the news organizations have started changing already. And now the conventional newsrooms are converted to multimedia newsrooms. So the same newsroom is catering to print if there is a print product from the same organization. The same newsroom is catering to television channels. The same newsroom is catering to the digital news. So I mean, different platforms are being catered by one single newsroom, which is called multimedia newsroom. So all big news organizations have already gone for that.
Right, sir. And even we have seen nowadays in news, when in a newsroom, we see multimedia videos and like, if just to quote an example, in this Russia-Ukraine war, it used to visualize like they are standing next to a bomb which is going to blast, or that it was completely a different experience altogether, where they were actually standing only in their studio.
That is because of chroma. I mean, which is an old technique. Because once any shot is being taken in the backdrop of chroma, the background can always be changed. So it's an old technique. Everybody uses it in all good studios. That's there.
Okay, that's so wonderful. Now, a new technology, and now the news is not just news. It's a big part of entertainment.
Yeah.
At the same time, so when we are talking about journalism, how journalism supports entertainment as well.
Yeah, Dr. Rajib, because he will respond to this.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So, Professor Rajib, there is a question from Sayali. She's saying how journalism is supporting the entertainment.
to entertain is one of the key major side of the journalism. So to entertain is a key word and the key workflow for the journalist. So it depends on the situation, because in any mass movement or any gathering of the news of the protest, it is not to entertain, it's only for the to know. So it depends on the program, it depends on the mood. If we create any report or live session for the any cultural activities or any program from the live session or the any concert, then it will be concerned by the entertaining actually.
Okay. Amrisa, would you like to
Yeah,
add something?
yeah. See, when we say journalism, so journalism is not devoid of entertainment. Journalism has all three components: information, communication, and entertainment. So entertainment is very much in journalism only. So as any other beat, any other sector is covered, similarly entertainment is also covered in journalism. And initially, if we go to the history and particularly referring to India or even other parts of the world, when India got independence, then the first and the foremost job of journalism was considered to be development. So all news was related to information, education, knowledge, all that happened. It continued in 50s and 60s and 70s, but then there was a turnaround, and it was considered that entertainment has to be an inseparable part of journalism. And that is how
Yes.
when Doordarshan is started, we could recall the films were started, streamed on, showing on the television channels, the Chitrahar, the film song is started on, and this continued. And nowadays, the things are completely changed. Now, entertainment is in the mainstream. Information has taken a back seat. So anything which is happening on the entertainment sector is in the forefront, and media is in a way is used in a big way for the promotion of the entertainment content, for the promotion of films. So those lines of entertainment and journalism, those lines have got diminished. Anything which is happening in the film world becomes a news, or any film personality, whatever that film personality is doing becomes a news, and sometimes become a front news. So that conventional definition is no more relevant. Yeah.
Very well said, sir. You have explained it in a such a easier way that everybody could understand that media, journalism, and all the parts of media are so well connected.
Yeah.
Similarly, like Professor Rajib Nandi has spoken about journalism along with the social media and mobile mobility and transmission of news is so easy. So I think all the sections of media are interlinked, and journalism plays a vital role in the industry. So with this, I'd like to thank Professor Rajiv Nandi for his time, for spending us, 1 hour precious time of yours with the session for Global Media Education Council and Media and Entertainment Skills Council. It's so wonderful to have you, sir.
Thank you very much for inviting me, and thank you very much for to Professor Ambali Saxena. Thank you.
Thank you, Amrisa, for your time. I wish to thank GMEC team for their support in coordinating the sessions. It's really wonderful to have these wonderful, amazing speakers and rich content. And yes, we'll be coming back tomorrow again, 3:30 with another session of GMEC and MESC. Till then, take care of yourself. I know after busy Monday, you wish to take a little more rest, so we'll take a leave. You guys take rest. Tomorrow 3:30 we'll meet. Till then, take care and bye-bye.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.